Hey, what's up YouTube? Coming at you with another video for the 2019 Nissan Armada. This is going to be for the front brake pads. This is going to be a replacement job. So you're going to want to go ahead and obviously jack up your vehicle. Go ahead and remove all 6 of your lugs.
All right, let's get the tire off. I'm sorry for any wind. I live right on the lake and it's a windy day today. Just a little extra protection.
Once you got your tire off,
bam.
Before you break these bolts loose off of your caliper, it's a good idea to go ahead, open up your vehicle, pop the hood, and make sure that you loosen up that brake cap so that the air can get out whenever you're decompressing those brakes. That's something that you definitely want to remember. Voila. Then you can go ahead and crack these bad boys loose and take them all the way out. All right, so you're going to want to make sure that you have something to support the caliper once you take it off, so it's not putting any strain on the brake lines or anything like that. I grabbed my little toolbox. After breaking these 17mm bolts loose, just take them all the way out. Find yourself somewhere good to put them. I'm gonna drop mine right here in the toolbox. Go ahead, pull your caliper off. That's resting good right there. You're gonna pull these out. Make sure you take note exactly how you pull these out, because this is exactly how the new pair are gonna go in. That's the front. And that's the back. Which, to be honest, they definitely don't seem, too bad. But new vehicle to me, so I want to get all the maintenance done. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my C-clamp so I can compress the caliper. Okay, so before we go ahead and put the old brake pad in here as a support, you want to go ahead and make sure that you got the right brake pad, the right side. This is for the left side. Make sure that it matches up completely. The brake wear sensor right here, which is, like I said, didn't seem too bad on here. Wasn't really reaching, but I'm pretty sure the other side is why it's squeaking a little bit when I hit the brakes. These are the new platinum pads. Those are the bad boys right there. And make sure you take off these clips as well on both sides. Put in all new hardware. Take both of those out. Those will be 2 new ones replaced with these. Let's go ahead and put that old brake pad on here. I'm gonna set up my C-clamp on here so that I can go ahead and compress the brake caliper, and I'll be right back.
On my caliper, I got it as close to the center as I could to try to decompress them both at the same time. I'm gonna go clockwise. This is doing one at a time, so I'm gonna go down, remove the pressure, and move on to the other side. Same thing. make sure that they're compressed all the way on both sides. So that when we put that new brake pad on, everything is all right. I'm gonna go ahead and install the hardware. Bottom. These clips, don't do it upside down like I was doing in the beginning. One for the bottom. One for the top. Rear brake pad, rear side. You're going to want to put it with the brake wear sensor at the bottom, not the top. That'll be right on there. Money shot. Once you got the pads back on, you're gonna, oh, whoa. Very important step that I just almost skipped. Let's put these back on. Right inside the top. These are from the factory, so I'm going to put it right back on from the factory. I believe this is to loosen up your brakes. Instead of having your brakes have to try to decompress on their own every time, just gives it a little nudge, which seems great for me. I like that idea. And then you slide your caliper right back over it. I think mine might have not been decompressed enough. Oh, there we go. All right. Anti-seize from the bolts. Once it finds its thread, you'll be all right, but sometimes it's a pain in the, you know what. All right, there we go. So that side's done. You're gonna want to put back on your 17mm bolts and repeat the steps that you did on this side on the other side. First off, obviously, we're gonna put this side all back together, put these bolts back on, bolt back up our tire, and then we'll lower down our jack and move on to the other side. I know this is kind of doesn't really matter, but if you want to stick around and watch while I do it, you're more than welcome. I'm gonna film it. You want to make sure that these bolts are not cross-threaded, and also I pulled out my slides for these bolts to make sure that they're very well lubricated. It's always good to make sure everything here is lubricated well and anti-seize applied, so that you're not going to have any future brake issues later on down the road. I don't like the way this is going in, so I'm going to remove it and redo it. All right, so I was just having a pretty tough time not knowing that right here on that caliber bolt slide, you want to make sure that this goes into that groove right there so that it doesn't slide out as you're tightening. Same thing along with here on the bottom. See this little groove right here? Make sure that it's on the flat end so that when you tighten this bolt up here, you don't have that issue with this being pushed back a little where it's not supposed to be. It'll have that exposed gap, so you want to make sure that you tighten it down all the way.
After you get your tire back on there, you slap on your lug nuts and you move on to the other side. Always make sure you tighten in the star pattern and never all the way around. And that's all I got for the 2019 Nissan Armada brake job. I hope this video was easy to understand. Like, share, and subscribe. Happy Halloween.